Well, hey there, I'm Daniel, the Low Budget Outdoorsman, and it's the second weekend of bow season here in Tennessee, and I was able to harvest a doe yesterday evening, and I'm going to show you this setup. A lot of it has to do with these tasty little delights here. This big tree full of persimmons has a lot to do with how I begin my setup. I'll show you what we did to increase our chances. You might not be able to find something exactly like this, but if you have persimmons, wild apples, any of those fruit trees that they like, it really helps. I can't hunt over this. This tree is right down near the road, but the deer like to come here in the evenings after dark, and so we'll go up in the woods and show you where they stage at before they make their way down here and where I set the trap. So let's go up in the woods and I'll show you. Well, here we are up in the woods, and I wanted to show you, this is the spot that I have cut out about 150 yards direct line up into the woods, up this draw from where that persimmon tree was at down near the road. And why did I cut this little section out? Well, if you see in my hands here, I just bent over and picked up a few of these delicious little tasty white oak acorns, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's at least eight mature white oaks right in this little stand right here. Now they're not monsters like this, but they're in this, 12 to 15 inch, and there's one over there that's close to 20 inch DBH. And so they're big enough to start dropping those acorns. The persimmons are like the dessert for these deer. They don't drop all at once, and there's not enough of them for them to use it as their primary food source, but they really like those persimmons. And so they come and they work their way down this draw. Or down this spur. There's a steep draw over on this side, and there's a steep and deep draw over on this side. So they don't traverse the ridge. We're standing on a ridge here. They don't traverse the ridge in this direction. They'll come up over a spur on the other side and then down this spur. And then they will cross at the bottoms and then up another spur, but they don't walk straight down that draw because it's too steep. Same thing with that one. Knowing this topography, I cut this area out here and let just this grass grow up naturally in here. It gives them a little bit of a bedding area, and it also, with all of these mature white oaks, and there's a mature red oak over there also, but they prefer the white oaks, it gives them a good food source, a good forage source. Why did I want you to see this? Because if you have this setup here where you can eliminate some of these maples, some of that sugar gum, and just cut out a little spot in the woods right here, it's not going to be a primary food plot source. There's no food plotting here for them. What it is it's natural though. The white oaks act as their primary food source in their foraging. It gives them a safe, comfortable spot to bed down, because they're going to come here, they're going to stage here, they're going to eat, they're going to bed down, and then after dark they're going to move down and eat those persimmons that are down by the road. So that's the setup. Mature white oaks on a travel way to where they're going to eat some persimmons. Cut this out, left a little bit of area for them to bed down in. And so now let's see how this scenario, this setup, this proactive work on a otherwise just not so great piece of property paid off with some meat in the freezer. So let's look at that hunting footage.
yards. I looked at the footage and it was a good shot. It felt right, it looked right. It was an easy shot, so I should have been a good shot. But that's not always how bow hunting goes. And praise the Lord, we ran out of deer meat from the 6 I shot last year. About 3 weeks ago. So this is the second weekend of bow season here in Tennessee. And I just didn't really get the opportunity to do much hunting last weekend. And so I'm really excited about this. So I've got some work to do, and let's go find this deer first. This little Outdoor Tech Kodiak battery charger, I use it for the GoPro, whether I'm fishing. It has this waterproof cover, so it's great because if it starts to drizzle a little bit, the GoPro is waterproof, so I can close the hatch just like right there, the battery charging hatch. Close the lid on this, unplug it, and then not have to remove the whole setting. If it stops raining, just flip this open, plug the GoPro back in. So if you're looking for a little portable charger that's water resistant, you can't submerge it or anything, this little Outdoor Tech Kodiak I've had for a couple of years now, and it's really worked out well. The deer was right here underneath that tree, and I was up there in that tree. That's what you want an arrow to look like right there. Look at that arrow there. That's the kind of shot you want right there. They don't go very far when that happens. In fact, I can see it right there. So, let's go get it. Praise the Lord for a successful outing. As most of you know, I can't eat beef and pork because of the alpha-gal allergy I have. So here are about the only red meat I can eat. I have to process it myself. I have to cut off all the excess fat, separate the muscle groups, etc. And so I better get to that before it gets dark here, because it's a little darker than the camera's letting on. But I'm thrilled. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. I've got fishing, I've got hunting, and some random other outdoor stuff also. And until next time, I'm Daniel, the Low Budget Outdoorsman. God bless.